Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me finish my
No.
Hater alert. What's up, everybody? To the So Messed Up Podcast. Episode 68. Ooh, close to 69. Let's get it. Yeah, close to 100. We're almost pressing that 100.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out what our 2-year anniversary is going to be because I'm pretty sure it's definitely already over a year because we're at 68. We're probably at 2 years just because of some inconsistencies or whatever. Because once we hit it's 52 weeks in a year, so we definitely well past 52 episodes. So we're definitely well over a year. I'm guessing it'll probably be close to 2 years by now.
I feel like
we probably easily
look it up. So I feel like whenever we started our first episode, I count that as
that year.
The
year mark.
Yeah. So, anyways, happy 2 years. I think it's 2 years. So happy 2 years, guys. We're totally past that. I think so.
No, yeah, we're definitely super past that. Let me see. I'll tell you exactly when this first episode was uploaded. And it was uploaded on May 23rd, 2020. So we're past 2 years.
Oh, so we're at the
Mm-hmm.
We're 2 years in a week or so. Right?
No, like 2 years and like 2 months, 3 months, 2 months. I said March 23rd.
Oh,
I'm like,
I thought you said May 23rd.
No, I was like a year and a week. I'm like, oh no, not in the world's gonna know my baby's not smart.
No, I'm sorry, y'all. It's been a day.
I'm like, we'll just cut that.
Nah. That way you give it.
Yeah, what's up, guys? How are you guys doing? Yes, we did not come at you guys last week because we suck.
Yes.
But we're gonna definitely make a more of an effort to pod during the day, like earlier in the day when we first wake up, like on some 9 a.m. shit, because we just have to, because it's going to be almost not impossible to record on Sunday nights. Not every Sunday night, like it's Sunday night now, but like on the opposite, every other Sunday, we both work. And the earliest that she'll be home is like midnight, so it'll be.
If everything goes well.
Yeah, if everything goes well, that she leaves exactly at 11:30. She goes off at 11:30, and if everything goes well, she'll be home at midnight. Which is, doesn't happen all the time. Like the other day, she didn't get home till like 1. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not going to happen all the time. And then even if she is home at midnight, that's still very late to pod. Because like we usually pod for about an hour. Like now we're talking like 1 a.m. And then I have to, export it and edit the video and get the podcast uploaded on the server and all of that stuff. And now we're talking like 2, 3, like it just gets late, So
I mean, at least like if we on the weekends that we do work, we can record it and whatnot, and then you can come home and edit it and then put it up for.
Exactly. Like if we record it earlier in the day, I don't have to touch it until I get home,
Yeah.
And I can get home. I get home at like 9:30 or whatever. I could just upload it and edit it all then, I won't have to do it like right after. So
yeah, I told him this has to be our job. Like this is our fun job. I feel like anything that we do with our YouTube, like our personal ones and our like together one, and anything to do like our social media, our clothing, company that we're trying to build off the ground again, our podcasts are trying to build off the ground again. Like this is our job, our fun job. Because I think I just feel extra motivated. I guess I can talk about myself for a little bit.
I can you do that.
I think I've kind of been in a funk. Not gonna lie, I've been in a funk for quite some time. If I'm being really, really honest with you guys, I've been in a funk for like almost 2 years. Ever since we got married, I think.
Damn, we got married and your life was over. That sucks.
No, not like that. That's but I
crazy.
think
I heard it here first.
I just think that everything got kind of like flipped on me. And then it was like when COVID started too, so it was like I couldn't really see my family. Like I think I've talked about it before. So now I just like been in a funk. I just got like comfortable with you and like I let myself go.
And farting.
Babe. This table is moving way too much now. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, I don't like how it's moving like this. So yeah, I just like been in a funk, and there's days where I'm like really great, and then there's days where I'm like this really sucks. Like, I can't get out of the bed. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to be around people. Like, I just don't like anybody.
Even me, yo.
But yeah, I think I've gotten to the point now where I have no choice but to get out of it. Like, it sounds like I'm being dramatic, but it really not. It's basically life or death at this point. I So you guys know that we've been talking a few times about it in our pod about us, trying to start a family, and a little, more insight into our lives is a lot of it has to do with me, or I take it as a lot of it has to do with me. Me being a diabetic, it's just not easy, like my body isn't, how do I say this? Like, it's not the greatest. That's due to my fault. Like, I didn't really care about taking care of myself with my diabetes. I don't like poking my finger and all this stuff. So, my blood sugars aren't the best. But also, being overweight doesn't help my diabetes or help me get pregnant. And I got some blood work done like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, just to see how everything is going. And they said that I have hyperthyroid issues. I'm overproducing thyroid, which is also leading to me having irregular periods. The doctor, she said my functioning thyroid works, it's normal, but this like T4, T5 or whatever they want to call it is high, and she like automatically want to give me medicine. And of course I like broke down. I was like, this happened on Wednesday. Like, I broke down. I was like, I don't want to take more medicine. Like, I'm already diabetic. I already take medicine for that. Like, I don't want to have to take more medicine. So I told her, is there anything I can do? Like, change my lifestyle? And she's like, basically, she just told me, no, I have to take this medicine. But she said, I can wait after, like, in 2 months, I can go get my blood work done again. And if it continues to be high, then I can start the medicine, because she doesn't want me to get pregnant without taking this medicine, because it can affect the baby's health, and also affect my health trying to get pregnant, because if I'm not having regular periods, I'm not going to be able to get pregnant. So, like, the natural way. So yeah, that kind of was like a wake up call. I'm not going to lie, like the first couple of days I was like doing pretty good, and then just the last like 2 days I have not been the greatest. Been definitely eating, like snacking a lot at night when I'm not supposed to. I've also just noticed that my blood sugars are getting high again, even though I'm on a pump. And I see like if I'm actually like taking care of myself and like eating properly, I notice that the pump works really well. My blood sugars are regulated. But the moment I like let myself kind of like ease up on what I'm eating, like I notice my blood sugars are, start to go pretty high, and I'm like, so it's like a balance thing where, yes, I can enjoy things in life. Like, I can enjoy like food, but I also know that like I can't enjoy it. Like, I guess right now I can't afford to eat like crappy. Like, I have to just kind of take a lot of those stuff out. It's gonna be hard, like I've kind of changed, not trying to eat too much chips. I went to like popcorners. They're like popcorn chips. And then I also been trying to eat like some popcorn at night, even though they're spicy popcorn. But just trying to like, I've been eating a lot of cucumbers too, just so I can have a little crunch. Also eating rice cakes. I've been doing like a little bit of like Nutella on it with like some bananas, just so I can have that little sweet tooth. I don't have much of a sweet tooth. That's my belly.
I was like, what the hell was
that? Just because like I don't have too much of a sweet tooth, but sometimes I do. So I've been trying to do like rice cakes that like, give me that extra crunch that I want. So I've been like modifying things, but I noticed that the moment like I let go of like watching what I'm eating, I noticed that my blood sugars, and it's only been like 2 weeks and I've been on a pump, and I just noticed that like the moment I let myself kind of go back to my old habits, that my blood sugars start to go like skyrocket again. And I don't like that because it like puts a lot of pressure on my body because it makes me feel like very like not have a lot of energy, and I feel like really thirsty, and I have to use the bathroom a lot, and just not a lot of great things. So yeah, I've just been today. I just kind of felt just like motivated to like make our podcast like our job. Like this is our job now. This is not like, oh, we could just do it for leisure. Like it was when we first started, but I feel like now I want to make it more of our job. Like this is our fun job. Like this is where we should be able to enjoy doing this and not be like, oh, we got to go pot. Like no, this is our job. Like this has to be something that we put our full attention to it and give it our all, because I feel like me and you have gotten to a point now where we just don't want to work anymore. Like, and it's not that like we don't like, oh, we want to be lazy and we don't want to work. Like we just don't want to work for a company. Like we want to work for ourselves. Like we want to make money, but we want to make it on our own. Like we don't want to have to go clock in, or like if we're late, like, oh, you're gonna get written up. Like we just don't want to have rules. What? Oh, I was like, I thought you were gonna say something. I'm like, wait, what did I do? So I think like we both, I think, are on that same page. I would say
so. Like I just want to get back to cranking content out like we used to. Like we used to have a video every week. I used to do so mixed up a couple times. I mean, Yahshua observe a couple times a week, and they used to never miss on our podcast. You know what I mean? I just want to get back to that. Of just being serious about us and being serious about our health and all of that as well. I want us to cut the BS out. No, I know it's hard, but I don't want us to snack it all, because then you get that little tasting. Us in the house, and you be like, it's late, and you're like, but I know I got those popcorners in there, or I know I got that bag of spicy popcorn, or me, I'm like, I know I got whatever it is I like to fucking eat, or so it's just like I gotta just tell myself like, no, I don't want to eat when I get home. Like not whatever I eat at work, I want to be good at work as well, but like just saying, hey, once I leave work, like that's it. There's no more eating when I get home. There's no making a sandwich at 1 a.m. There's no, just any of that. Like I just gotta, when I come home, like that's it. Like there's no, when I used to do my intermittent fasting, was taking it serious, and I was really good at it. Like I was losing weight like easily. It was dropping off. And now I find it to be, which is not even hard, but I find it hard to just not eat when I come home. And it's like, there's no point, like, why am I eating when I come home? I don't need to. It's just like, oh, come home from work, eat a snack or eat a sandwich or whatever. It's like, but I don't have to. So I just need to get back into that swing of things. I know I've been doing really good on my water. I've been happy about that. But I gotta make the eating match. You know what I mean? I weighed myself today before we went down, which we'll talk about later. Taste of Cincinnati. We'll talk about that in a minute. And I didn't gain any weight. I didn't lose any weight, but I didn't gain any weight, which was good for me, because I felt like some days I did like definitely slack on my eating and ate when I came home and was eating late and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't gain any weight this week, which was good. So now I'm just focusing on actually dropping the pounds.
And no, yeah, I definitely gained weight.
Definitely. We'll find out. You haven't done it yet, so
no, I did.
We'll see. You weighed yourself?
Yeah.
When?
Earlier today.
So you just messing with me or something?
Yes. Well, I wasn't messing with you. I just didn't want to tell you because I felt very disappointed.
We gotta be honest with each other.
I know, but it just like I felt very disappointed, which is why I didn't want to go get ice cream, because I was like, in a way, I was like punishing myself, because I'm like, no, I don't deserve ice cream because I gained weight, which is, it's bad because it's like that's how I started having my eating disorder back in the day, where I would just like punish myself, like, oh no, I gained weight, so I'm not gonna eat this, and then I would stop eating for like a couple days, and that's why I was like, no, I don't want to get ice cream, because I'm like, in a way, I was like punishing myself because I didn't, I was like, no, I gained weight and I shouldn't have to eat ice cream. Like that's not fun, And I didn't want to tell you because I felt ashamed of myself that I gained weight. And like I gained back the weight that I lost, and I was like, this is dumb. Like I shouldn't have gained the weight that I lost already. So I didn't gain all of it back, but enough to be like, this is not cool.
So that comes with the late night eating.
Yeah.
Like over the past like 3 or 4 days, we've been eating late, eating in bed right before bed. Like,
yeah,
you can't do things like that. Like when you get home. Now I know you have a tough job to be able to get away and eat, but you also need, like I used to tell you, just at Christ, you need to make an effort to get your break in. Your break is given to you. It is by law and rule that you get a break. So there's no, oh, work was too busy and these kids were going crazy, so I didn't get a break. Because I bet you everybody else gets their break, right?
No, I would say normally I would say like yes they do like at the other job, but like we in a job that I do now, it's like it's hard for us to get breaks, especially if we're like kind of short staffed. Like we've been a couple days. It sucks because it's like we're always like going, and then it's like, oh, we didn't really get a break today. Like none of us got a break. We're like shit, and then we're like, and then when we're waiting for the kids to go to bed, that's when we're eating, and I'm like, I also don't want to do that either because it's like 9 o'clock at night, and I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah, but you gotta remember that you're gonna be up to at least 12:30, so
Yeah.
it's not terrible. You know what I mean? Now, if it's like eating in bed, eating popcorn or stuff in bed, like, yeah, that's bad because you're about to go right to sleep.
Yeah.
But if you're eating at 9 o'clock, it's like, okay, you're still most likely going to be up for at least another 4 hours. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not terrible in that sense of like, you're not about to be sleeping the next 30, 40 minutes. Like you're still going to be up for at least, I say at least 1 o'clock before you're like sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you'll still be up for at least 4 hours. And so yeah, I just feel like, yeah, with that you gotta, plan your day accordingly of like, okay, if I don't get a break, making sure that I am getting up in enough time to where, I mean, you don't go to work till 3. So in a perfect world, you should be able to get breakfast and a lunch in before you even go to work. You know what I mean? Like wake up in enough time where like, shit, I'm dying. Where you can like get up, get a breakfast in, and 5 hours later get a break. I mean, a lunch or a snack in before you go to work, so then you're not like super hungry or something when you get off, and you feel like you gotta eat a whole bunch when you get off.
Yeah.
Or take your snacks to work, and yeah, you might not be able to sit down and warm up a meal and eat it, but you'll be able to pop some carrots or eat an apple or a banana real quick, or peel an orange and eat that while you're watching the kids or something. You know what I mean? Something simple to where you can get food in and not be going from 2 o'clock to midnight without eating something.
Yeah.
So we just gotta, I guess in a way, not make it an excuse. Just make sure like, hey, we need to get this done. Like, hey, if I didn't eat, oh well, or just get a snack, eat an apple when I get home. Not like, a heavy meal when I'm about to go to sleep in 30 minutes. Me not eating a sandwich at 1 o'clock in the morning or, whatever. So, we'll get to it. I'll be more strict with you. I will. What?
Like I do and I don't like that. I just feel like sometimes when you're like strict with me, it makes me feel like I'm being kind of punished. And it makes me feel like shit. And I'm like, damn, like so then I kind of like shut down, which is not right because you always be like, why are you shutting down? Like, talk to me.
But can I tell you though? I feel like we need it though. Like I remember, I don't know if it was last week or the week before last, we just was like, yeah, we're going to eat healthy and we're going to be good. And then like 2 hours later, you had a bottle of Mountain Dew. And I'm like, babe, come on. Like, and I know you felt the way when I told you like, babe, we just said we was going to be healthy. Why did you buy a Mountain Dew? You know what I mean? I know you felt the way when I said that, but I felt like I had to say that because I'm like, we just said we was going to be healthy. Why are we about to drink this Mountain Dew? You know what I mean? Like, now if I tell you that, hey, maybe you won't drink the Mountain Dew, maybe you will, but I'm not going to just let you drink the Mountain Dew because we just said we were going to be healthy. We should not be drinking Mountain Dew. You know what I mean? So it's like, I appreciate, you telling me like, hey, babe, let's get it together. Let's not, like the other day, you told me not to eat a sandwich. I didn't eat a sandwich. I appreciated that because I was going to go in there and make a sandwich. I didn't eat anything that night. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to eat anything, not a snack, nothing. I'm good. I just grabbed me a bottle of water and I was straight. I appreciated that because if you didn't say that, I would have ate me a sandwich and then went to bed, So I appreciate, like, I don't say it like in a mean way or like, no, hey, stop, no, you know what I mean? But I would like to be able to remind you, like, hey, babe, we just said we were gonna be good, so let's not drink that Mountain Dew. Come on, let's be good. Let's drink some water. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's not do that. And I wish I could be able to tell you that without you being upset about it.
Yes, but I feel like for me, it's like I have this love-hate relationship with food. And when I'm having and I come from an eating disorder, it sucks when when you're just being like, no, you're not supposed to that. And it just sucks because I've had that all my life where I had family members tell me I can't have something or I'm not supposed to eat this. I'm not supposed to, I'm a diabetic. You can't have this. You can't have that. I'm like, no, I can. I just I can't have it like on a regular basis. I can have it in moderation. So like I think it's just, if you would tell me, hey babe, like don't do that. It's different than when you tell me, hey, don't eat this. And it's just like, it just makes me feel like crap because I'm like, it brings back like.
Yeah, but I've never came at you that way though. Like I've never told you not to eat something, not to drink something because you're a diabetic and stuff like that. Or even the Mountain Dew. I didn't tell you don't drink that. Hey, don't drink that. I just said, hey babe, we just said we were going to be good. So let's not drink a Mountain Dew. That's me being very supportive in our weight loss journey. That's not me telling you that you can't have something. I, prefaced it with, hey, we just said that we were going to be good. So let's not drink a Mountain Dew. Like I would think you would say the same thing for me if we just said we're going to be good and then I grabbed the bottle or whatever. Or like the other day when you told me don't make a sandwich. If I said that same thing to you, I feel like you would be upset with me. When you told me don't make a sandwich, don't eat a sandwich, eat a LeBar bar. That's a lot better for you. I feel like if I said the same thing to you, you would take it in a different way and feel away and kind of be upset with me telling you that. But I don't take it that way. I'm like, okay, my baby's looking out for me. Let me not eat this sandwich. I didn't eat anything. You said I could have a LeBar bar, but I felt so empowered. I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm not going to eat anything. I'm just going to get this bottle of water, come to bed, and that's it. But I don't feel like it works in that same way when it's reversed. Like no matter how I say it or come at you or preface it or, lightly tiptoe around it, you feel away whenever I tell you or try to remind you of like, hey, we said we weren't going to, eat these type of things, we drink these type of things. Let's be good. Let's not do that. Let's eat something different or whatever. So I wanted to work on the same level of like I should be able to, give you the same kind of encouragement and what's the word? Be able to tell you like, hey, let's not drink a Mountain Dew. Let's do, drink some water or drink some whatever it is, you know what I mean? Or even if it was a diet one, I might have even looked the other way. But it was just like a regular Mountain Dew that I know is like pumped with mad sugar. And I'm like, let's not drink a Mountain Dew right now. So that's all. I wanted to be able, like, instead of just letting you do whatever, like I want to be able to say, hey, let's be good today. Let's, encourage each other to not fall off the wagon. Oh, that's all. With that being said, let's be good this week. I feel like it's a good week. What?
I have a rebuttal on that because when you say it, you always pointed out the whole Mountain Dew one. It was like made me feel away because you pointed out, you're like, it has so much carbs and sugar in it, and just like, yeah, I know it does. And for me, like, it brings back triggers because I've been told that my whole life. So it's like,
but I'm not saying it in a diabetic way. I don't care about that, babe. I know you can manage your own diabetes. I've never once tried to manage your diabetes for you. So I know you hate when I do this, but that goes back to other things. Like if you know that I'm not that way, when I say things, don't perceive them to be that way. Like if I've never tried to manage your diabetes before or, tell you something about your diabetes.
I'm not saying that you manage that. I'm saying that it.
I know you're saying it triggers it.
It triggers, yeah. It's a trigger. So like I get
that. I 100% get that. But I don't know. I guess I wish in a way you would be like, okay, I know he's not doing it the way my aunt did it or the way such and such did it, because like he's not ever once tried to, do that. You know what I mean? Like I know a trigger is a trigger, and it's a trigger. I get that, but it's like I kind of somehow I wish you would be like, I know it's a trigger, but to come back from the trigger and be like, I know me personally, like me personally is not doing that. Like I'm not trying to, you know, tell you what you can and cannot eat and trying to control your diet, Like I'm just trying to motivate you in the right direction to not drink Mountain Dew. That's all. Not because it's bad for your diabetes or anything like that, just because we said we weren't going to drink things like that. So I'm just letting you know to not drink things like that, not in a controlling way or in a way to make you, not even to try to trigger you, just to,
Yeah.
Because I still feel like it's the same, like with the sandwich thing. I feel like that wouldn't have been the same if I were to have done that to you. You wouldn't have took it that way. You'd have, again, it might have triggered you, but that's not fair. Like, I'm just trying to help you the same way that you're trying to help me. And that's all. I didn't have anything else to say.
So how was your week?
Shitty. Work has been blah. I'm tired of, like you said, tired of working. Tired of being in control of a bunch of different people with different attitudes and issues every day. That is starting to get annoying. I ain't got time to deal with people's little funky attitudes every day. That's annoying. It's like, all right, you're at work. I don't have time to deal with people's little different mood swings and attitudes and different people's work ethic, and all of that is just starting to get annoying. I feel like even if I do work, I just need a job where I'm by myself and I control my own work. Because I'm just so tired of having to rely on other people or work side by side with people who aren't going to work as hard as me or do exactly, I'm not going to say exactly as I do, but just like not going to work as hard as me, and then having to deal with however many people I got to deal with. 13, 14 people I got to make sure are doing what they're supposed to do and not goofing off and not working, and all of it's just getting annoying. But it was a long week because I did pick up my last 2 off days before this weekend. So, and I forgot about that because like towards like Wednesday or Thursday, I was just so done, and I'm just like, why am I so like irritated and tired? And I was like, you know what? This is like my 13th or 14th day straight working, and I haven't done it in a while. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's why. Cause I forgot about that. I'm like, okay, maybe that's why I'm just so irritated, So after these 3 days off, maybe next week could be a lot smoother and better, and I'll be more calm. People were just getting on my damn nerves last week. Toward the end of the week, I was like, I'm about to fucking cuss all you people out because all of y'all are pissing me off right now. But but I made it through the week, and like I said, after these 3 days, hopefully, I'll be better because toward the end of the week, I had it up to here with everybody. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm just tired of people, I guess. In a nutshell, they're just starting to get on my nerves. So yeah, I just kind of like, I just want a job where I'm just like, it's about me. I don't have to worry about nobody else. I ain't gonna be in charge of nobody. Not necessarily in charge of nobody else, but just like right there with people that like, if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, it's making my job harder. I'm tired of that. So
I mean, you are in a leadership role, so management's gonna ask you like, why aren't they doing something? Because they don't want to be the ones that have to do something. So
yeah, I know. So it's just like, like I said, hopefully next week could be better because they were just driving me up the wall. So And Friday, I just had like a crew that was just like, yeah, the work was getting done, but they were just, again, I think that had to do with just me being tired and working so many days straight, but they were just so loud and talking so much. And I'm just like, getting on my nerves. Who was it? It was India, Lay, Michael, and myself, and then Kamaya on the other side. And it was just so, I don't know if it was the whole bunch of women thing, but they were just talking and they were just so loud. And I'm just like, even everybody just walking by, like Sheila, Carlson, and it was just like, it's just so loud out there. I'm just like, I know. They're driving me crazy. So, but next week is a new week, so we'll see how that goes. And everyone should be back. Chris should be back from vacation. And so we'll see if I got a few more, when the new girl started. So we'll see. Might get better. How was your week?
I already told about my week.
No, you didn't.
I did. The whole health stuff. That was my week.
No, I'm talking about like work. Or I guess you didn't technically ask me about work, but
yeah.
Well, I guess outside of work, nothing really. Just came home and watched basketball every day for the most part. Warriors to the finals. Yeah.
They don't lose.
Haters. Put $5 on it right now.
I give you $1. All
right, let's put $1 on it right now.
Okay.
1 minute $1.
Okay. I mean, the way they were playing the other game before the finals, they
lost one game that she was the only game that she watched.
I watched the other ones too.
They won. All the other ones that they won.
Yeah,
but you want to talk about the one they lost.
They were losing baskets left and right.
Just because they were down by like 40. Don't
they were down by 40.
That's because they didn't want to win in Dallas. They wanted to go home and win on their home court. That's all that was.
It's lame. You got to go.
That's all that was.
You got to go to somebody else's court and school them at their own court.
They won the first game in Dallas, and then the second game, it was like, nah, we don't want to clinch on this court. We want to go back home and clinch on our court. And it was the day of the school shooting. Emotions were heavy. They weren't feeling it. Steve Kerr had a really very passionate talk about it earlier in his conference because his father died by gun violence, and I just don't think the team was in it that day. They weren't feeling it.
Excuses.
They weren't feeling it that day. And it was like, you know what? Once they were down by like 10, 15, it was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go win in our court. Let's just, whatever. We'll concede just one game, and we'll go home and take it on our court. And that's what they did. Whoop their ass. Go Dubs. Hater. You see you got Boston going?
Yeah.
Actually, the game's been on for about an hour. Let's get a little update. See what the score is.
Anyways, switching to the topics. So
Boston is up by like 7 right now.
Okay. So,
anyway,
what are we gonna do with this whole mass shootings? A lot of people are saying if you're not with the kids, you're part of the problem, or some saying.
I think the whole thing is like I get the whole wanting gun control and all of that, but at the same time, I don't think that's gonna solve anything because the majority of the people that shoot things up, they don't necessarily have a criminal background. So it's not like if they're on the up and they don't have any criminal background and they don't have any history on record of mental illness and stuff, they can still go get a gun license and purchase a gun. Now, I'm guessing I don't know the whole, I don't pay attention to the news really because it just so I don't know what the whole fight is of trying to get reform gun laws. I don't know how strict they want it or just make it that people just can't buy guns or just do away with guns altogether.
I mean,
I don't know, but it's like right now, I have no criminal background. There's nothing against me. So I have no felonies, nothing like that. So I can go and purchase a gun right now and then go and do a mass shooting. Like there's nothing stopping me from purchasing that gun. Now, I don't know if that's the issue that they're talking about, like making it so easy for people to be able to purchase these weapons and do these things. I don't know because it's like, what's stopping them still? And all the guns are still around. There's people still selling guns illegally. There's millions and millions and millions of guns out there. So like,
I don't know. For me, it's just like, a part of me is like, they're like, oh, get away with all these guns and blah, blah. I'm like, it doesn't really matter because people can Google it, people can YouTube it, how to make their own. I would say
people are making guns on 3D printers these days.
Yeah, like,
so it's like, and then on top of that, if you get rid of all the guns, so now you stop me from being able to buy a gun, right? But then there's still millions and millions of households that have guns. So unless you go and like all the people that have legal guns and they're registered, and you get that registry, and you just go door to door and just take their guns, I don't understand how that can be okay, because not saying that I want a gun, but I should be able to have the opportunity to own a gun to defend myself from the millions of people who have guns.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you ban guns right now, again, like I just said, how are you going to get rid of all the guns that are already out there? So now it's like, oh, now everybody around me has a gun, but I'm not allowed to go get one. So now I'm just quote unquote defenseless to the people who have guns. Because, you know, so I don't know. I don't know what can be done about it, but I don't know.
There needs to be, first of all, I think we need to educate our kids that the safety of guns. Like, I think it starts there. I think it starts with educating our kids, how our kids are being raised at home. And a lot of people are going to give me, you know, flack about that. I'm like, no, it starts of how your kids are raised at home. Now, being in the job that I am now, I see a lot of reason how the kids are acting, because they're being raised in some shitty ass households. So for them to relearn how to be in society is going to be hard for them. So it's like, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, get rid of guns and blah, blah, blah. It's like, not necessarily. That's not, I mean, yes, that is a huge part of the issue, but it also starts with, how are you raising these kids at home? Like, are you raising your kids to know the difference between right and wrong? And sometimes right and wrong isn't just only right and wrong. Like, I don't know. I feel bad for the families, because, I mean, at least the one in Texas, that one kind of hits home, because the majority of those kids are Latinos, and I'm Latina. And it's just like, damn, like, we're being, you know, a lot of minorities being targeted. Like, Latinos are being targeted, blacks are being targeted. Then you have the Asian hate crime that are happening because of COVID. You're just like, why are a lot of the minorities getting targeted for no reason? Like, and then I don't know how much of it is true. Like, I've, you know, heard bits and pieces of it, and, you know, people are like, I don't know. That's another thing I think we talked about in our podcast before. It's just like, a lot of these celebrities are like, you know, they post stuff about it, but then you don't see them do anything about it. You're like, okay, so why are you posting it? Like, what are you doing to make a difference? What are you doing
to help use your celebrity to do something?
I'm just so, like, I'm so sick of seeing stuff happen on the news, and then you have these celebrities that, like, oh my God, like, pray for this, pray for that. I'm like, that's all you're doing is pray for it, but you're not helping the situation. You're not going out of your way to go sign a bill, or you're not going out of your way to, like, petition something. You're just saying, oh, this. And then if something does happen, there is a petition, then you want to be like, oh, I go sign this petition. No, like, I'm so sick and tired of seeing that. Like, I know we can't change the world all at once, but I'm so sick and tired of just seeing stuff happen and then having celebrities, like, post about it, or post about that basketball coach, his speech or whatever he did. Like, I'm so tired of seeing it, because I'm like, what are you bringing that to my attention? Like, what are you doing for that? What is that helping? Like, it's not. Because I guaranteed we're going to have this right now. They're going to talk about it. Then we're going to forget about it. Then then something else is going to happen again. Another mass shooting is going to happen again at school. Then we're going to talk about it. And then we're going to forget about it.
I mean, you see how fast all the black people that got shot up in Buffalo at the supermarket, you see how fast that came and went? It was like 3 days, and it was just like, yeah, so.
And then boom, another mass shooting.
It was like, all right, well, yeah, okay. Like, that came and went. You didn't really see anybody talking about that much. Like, after like 3 days, that was out the news cycle. You know what I mean? So
it's like, I'm so sick and tired of just seeing things happen, and then
get desensitized, and it's like, oh, well, that's another one.
And it's also just like, I think also it's kind of fucked up on our end, because, like, we're just, like, numb to it. Like, we just like, oh, there's another shooting, and up here we go. We're gonna do the cycle. We need to go against, like, if you're with the guns or whatever, you're part of the problem. No, not necessarily. Like, people, like I personally don't like guns. This is I think came from my background having I just don't like it. My brother has a gun, but he tells his kids, "Hey, this is for protection." He'll tell his kid, "Do not play with this." He'll show them everything. He lets them hold a gun. He tells them, "Hey, this is for protection. This is what you do this for." And I don't think my sister-in-law likes it so much. I don't know why she like that. Likes it.
I don't know what you trying to say. I don't think she likes it. He just went real country.
I don't think she likes it so much, but my brother does it for to tell his kids, to educate his kids, hey, this is what a gun looks like. I don't need you playing with it. This is, he shows them how to put the gun together and how to clean it and all that stuff. He shows his kids how to do it. And it's not to scare them or to whatever. It's just to show them, hey, guns are real. People have them for protection, yada, yada, yada. But it's for me, I think I would do that for my kids as well. Right now, there's a lot of crazy people out. You don't know who's going to bust up in your door. I mean, yeah, listen, a lot of crime junkies, you see my shirt is. But, you never know who's going to come into your door. You never know who's going to come up behind you. For me, that's why it's, I started telling that's why I told you the other day, I was like, hey, can you watch me in the window? It's not because, I want you to, just see that. I just I feel more comfortable you seeing me come into the door or see me park my car just to make sure that I'm okay. Make sure nobody comes up. You never know. I come home super late at night and it's yeah, I'm always checking my surroundings when I get out the car, but it's also I can get snatched up or something can happen to me and he can just be waiting at the door, where's she at? Why is she not here yet? And for me, the job that I'm at, I just noticed that, I kind of want to have a little bit of, I might want to have a taser. I might want to have pepper spray. Not just because, because I'm a girl and I need those protections, but just, no, I kind of want to have it just to feel safe. I never know what's going to happen to me any day. You never know. There's a lot of crazy people out in the world. And I think, I do think there needs to be some type of a little bit of restriction. Maybe there needs to be more background checks, more in-depth background checks if you're going to purchase a gun. And not just be oh, we did a quick background check, you're clear, and here's your gun. No, maybe, maybe there needs to be some type of law or something where you have to go into a deep, in-depth background check before you purchase a gun. Ask them several questions. Maybe you have to go meet with a psychologist and be
maybe do a psych evaluation before you
get them. Something like that. I think maybe that might, help. And if your psych evaluation isn't great or something triggered or something pops up hey, this person has something, they said this or have this, maybe you can look into that and be okay, maybe he doesn't have a criminal, but maybe he does have a mental disorder, and you don't let him have a gun. I mean, you're not going to be able to stop people to buying guns because people can make them their own. I'm sure there's tons of YouTube videos, and
I follow this guy on Instagram who makes guns on his 3D printer all the time.
You see, there's stuff like that. You're gonna stop people buying 3D printers? Oh no, they can't buy 3D printers. You can't do that. So it's when they're oh, we gotta get them off. You said, you do.
But how? Even if you did, it's you can't get rid of all the guns that are already out there. So it's now you potentially have other people unprotected while everyone else has guns already. You know what I mean? Like I said, unless you get the registrations and see who's registered and go door to door and just collect their guns by force, no, hand your gun over. It's law now. You can't have this gun.
Yeah.
But it's still not gonna get rid of all the illegal guns that are on the street or all the people who own illegal guns. It's you're not gonna get rid of the guns.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know, maybe like you said, psych evaluations for people who want weapons. And I guess I can get with the people that's maybe some of these heavy artillery weapons shouldn't be sold to just regular civilians, AR-15s and all of these crazy high power weapons. It's like, what the fuck do you need with an AR-15? Like, what the fuck are we gonna do with this AR-15?
I'm like, this ain't Call of Duty. Like, why
you know
do you
what I
need
mean?
it?
So it's like, I understand that as well sometimes, but it's like, I don't know, because then you get to the thing where it's like, well, now you're just governing, everything, and so it's like you can't win for losing. But I don't know, whatever makes things safer, I don't know. I guess it's up to you, but it's like you gotta find some way to be able to do something, because right now it's just like every month there's some mass shooting or some potential trying to be mass shooting, and it's like,
yeah,
what the hell? So,
and it's just like, I mean, it does make me worry, because it's like we are trying to have a family soon, and it's just like it puts me in a predicament. Like, man, like when our kids start to finally go to school, like, what are they going to teach them? Like, it's just like, what world are we gonna raise our kids
they're
in?
already writing out the history as it is.
Yeah,
that's a whole other story, But
so,
what are you gonna teach these kids? Like, they're already trying to, like, all the racial things that they've done in history, they're already like taking that out of the books and like banning you from talking about it. Like, I think a couple of teachers gotten fired from trying to teach kids, like, yeah, there was slavery, like there was this, there was, these certain Confederate like soldiers, and you know what I mean, like they're really trying to like abolish teaching that stuff now. It's like, I don't know, it's crazy. The world is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, the world is crazy.
I think also it's like, I think my mom has told me like they're trying to teach, like, or give kids like the knowledge of like gay stuff. They're like, oh, are you gay? Are you this? Are you that? And my mom's like, why are we teaching those kids that? Like, I mean, I don't know. I told them, like, kids can be whoever they want to be. Perfectly fine. But I do think that I'd rather my kid learn something from me than learn something from like somebody else. Cause you never know how that kid's gonna how that kid's gonna react. Like if they're learning from home, like, hey, if my kid comes to me like, hey mom, I heard this, I'm going to explain it to my kid, like, hey, this is what it is, like this, get information, tell them, hey, this and this and that. But I would much rather them learn from me than learn it from somebody else. I don't know. Is that wrong though?
Cause okay, I feel like then you get into that tricky spot of like what do you want them to know from you? You know what I mean? Because most schools is like, yeah, you learn most of what you learned from school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, or you're just saying like you don't want them to learn about homosexual relationships, but they can learn about the Civil War. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, then you get into that tricky spot of like, oh, you don't want them to learn anything,
I guess for me is like, I don't want them. I think I don't want them to learn like. I don't want them to learn. I don't mind them learning things, but like I want my kids to feel comfortable to ask me like, hey mom, I heard this at school and I seem confused. And me being able to be like, all right, what are you confused about? And like being able to explain it to them. Then have them be like, just going hearing things and be like, because I think for me, because like growing up, like I was confused. There was some stuff people would say and I was confused about. And I never went to my mom. I just kind of stayed confused because I was like, I never felt like comfortable. So, like, and it's weird because like, my mom would be 100% open and just be like, tell me whatever. And mom, we always had an open mind. But there were sometimes there would be topics and stuff like I didn't know, or stuff that would happen and I'd be like, I don't feel comfortable talking about it because it's like a triggering for me. So I don't want that to be for our kids. Like I want our kids to feel like I don't want to block our kids or anything. Like I want our kids to be open minded and be like, all right, this is how the world is. Like, do you have questions? I want our kids to have that open dialogue with us because I don't want them to be like, oh, well, we can't learn this because we don't do it at our house. Like, no, like I want our kids to know about everything because we are not perfect. We both had our mistakes. We both had like rough growing up, and it's like I want our kids to know that, but also know like you're gonna have to do stuff. Like it is what it is.
That's fair.
Yeah, because I think I like it's not that I don't want our kids to know stuff. I was like I don't want our kids to be confused. I want them to be like, if they are confused, come to us and be like, hey, Dad, I'm confused about this, and you being like, all right, like this is what it is, like we have this in the world and this is this. Like I want our kids to feel comfortable coming to us if they're confused, if they learn something at school, and then because I mean I had friends that like would learn stuff at school but then would not tell the parents that they learned that because like, oh, we're not allowed to talk about it at home. Like I don't want that. I want our kids to be like, they learn something at school, they can come to us like, hey, Dad, I learned this today, and then be like, okay, and how do you feel about this? And just having that open dialogue, like I want that for our kids. So I don't want our kids to be sheltered either, because I'm like, either way, they're gonna learn it. Like, so I'd rather us just be like, yeah, this is how it is. Like, this is what is this. This is this. Like, here you go. Like, here you go. Like, this is what it is. Like, I don't know how else. How else you want me to tell you, but this is what it is. Like, here you go. But I think because I've seen kids, like I've seen like some of kids that I used to go to school with, like that were sheltered, and you would be like, no, like I don't want, because I feel like once they learn something or found it out at school, I feel like they were so like traumatized with it, and I don't want our kids to be traumatized. Like I'd rather them just be like, oh yeah, I know, mom told me about this. Like, okay, yeah, I don't know. Does that sound weird?
They should know stuff. You don't want to be sheltered life.
Yeah. Because I feel like we both had like rough backgrounds, like not like super rough where we're like, oh damn, like but like we had some rough backgrounds, and I want our kids to be like, oh yeah, like mom went through that and mom is fine. Like mom has anxiety and she's fine. Like she's yes, she struggles, but it's fine. Or dad had this, but dad made sure that he was worked and provide for the family. Like I just want our kids to be like, see us and use us as examples to better themselves, which I think is what my mom has been trying to do with like my brother and I. Is like, she has always said she doesn't want us to live her life. She says she wants us to see that, yeah, we had a rough growing up, but she wants us to always be better than what she was. And I think that's what I want our kids to be like. I want our kids to be better than what we were. And it sounds weird, but like, no, I want our kids to be better than what we were. Because you have some kids like, oh, I want to be just like my dad. I'm like, no, be better than me.
Yeah, I think that's always the goal. Do things better than your parents did it.
Yeah.
You ready to saxophone it up?
Yeah. All right, so I actually picked these out that know what they I figured we would just go through the pile of things and just figure out which ones sound more interesting for us. So babe, he's like, there's 7 of them. I'm like, you don't have to do it.
Besides me, who do you love the most? Probably Lydia, I would assume. Yeah, I would say Lydia.
Dang, you skipped your mom?
Yeah, I feel like we were from the womb. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I probably love her the most. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sticking with it. I'm trying. What about you?
I'm your number 1 though. So, psh.
I mean, because then I gotta pick what, one parent over the other.
I guess because I only have one parent, so
yeah,
I'm like,
he's like, not your mom. I'm like, what about my dad? So no, I'm going Lydia.
Mine would be, if it's not you, it says besides me, who did you love? Oh, who did you love the most?
I'm still going Lydia.
My mom. My mom is like my rock.
Solid as a rock.
But also, I think like my mom and then like the kiddos. Yeah. Sorry, Isaac. Sorry,
the
Sarah.
chef, Isaac.
No, Sarah. Sorry, Isaac. But that was my mom and the kiddos. Besides you.
Okay.
So.
All right. What would you do if I feel like we did this one already. What would you do if I cheated on you? I mean, we talk about this personally all the time.
Oh yeah, we talked about it personally. I don't think we ever talked about it on the pod. But absolutely.
I'd leave your ass. Nah, I'm joking.
I think we also talked about like, could we love, like if something happened to us, could we love somebody else like the same way we loved each other?
Yeah, I don't think we could. I don't think I could.
I know.
You know, I might could love someone else, fall in love maybe, but I don't think I would ever love someone as much. You know what I mean?
And I also think we also talked about it because we were talking about like the other person like feeling away because like no, like you love me, but you never loved me more than like your first love.
It ain't like that's my ex. Like if you like died or something, it's like that's not my ex. Like we didn't choose to not be together no more. Like so sorry. I know I don't love you more than her. Sorry.
Yeah. But I think if you cheated on me, I think I would kill you. I'm just kidding.
I'm joking.
Yes, I don't know how to get away with it.
Dissolve me in acid.
No. Honestly, if you cheated on me, I think that would hurt. Honestly, the most. I would much rather you tell me, "Hey, I don't love you no more," than to cheat on me. Because I feel like once you cheat on me, then there's like I'm just like, why? Because you have to be sneaky. You gotta hide it. Then if I find out, then I'm like, God damn it! Like what? Like all this stuff. I should not say God damn it. I'm sorry. Gosh darn it. I'm trying to be better, not using God's name in vain. So, gosh darn it. Like, like what? Like I just rather you not cheat on me. So, but if you did cheat on me, I think I would just be hurt, very frustrated, and then think I would just move out. Honestly, I'd just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm done. Don't talk to me. I would delete you off of everything. Just be like, every picture just gone.
Okay. You one of those? You gonna clear your IG?
I'm just gonna click just you know what, clear it out. Cause I mean, I just feel like, what's the point of me keeping anything of us if you cheated on me? Like, nah. Like I don't care. I don't care what the
remember the good times.
Nah. Why? You cheated on me. You chose to cheat on me with another person. Like, you chose to do that and be sneaky with it instead of just telling me up front, like, hey, I don't love you anymore. It's still gonna hurt like a bitch.
That's crazy.
But I'd rather you tell me that you don't love me no more and we don't, we can't work it out, than cheat on me. Cause it's just like, then if I find out who the other girl is, and then I start comparing myself, like, it's a whole cycle that I just don't want to go through.
Oh, so you decided you was just gonna be crazy. Got it.
Wouldn't you?
Go crazy? Nah.
You wouldn't compare yourself if you find out who the guy was. You wouldn't be like, damn, like she cheated on me with this person. Like,
I'll be dead. What you talking about?
Oh, I'll be dead. Y'all heard that? You heard that, right?
What do you think is the sexiest part of my, or like if your body? Is that you asking me? Okay.
Don't be eyeballing me.
I don't know. Hair.
I feel like I knew you were gonna say that.
You Saudi.
I know. I'm like, that's it. My hair.
I said one part. That was it.
Oh, okay.
It didn't say multiples. I like your hair. Gosh. What me?
Huh? Well, your eyes, I guess.
That's it. See, you only get one.
Multiples.
Yeah, but you only get one. And then ask for multiples. Ask for one.
Whatever.
You Saudi.
Now we're doing all 7 just because I don't like that answer.
If you had a daughter, what advice would you give her regarding relationships? I don't know. Just make sure your love is genuine. Make sure you really do have feelings and they're not just lustful feelings. Make sure you actually do love someone, or and make sure they love you.
Aww.
Do we have no, I don't have a button.
No. I think honestly for me, for relationship, I think it would be take your time, especially if they're young. I would be like, take your time. You know, you still have the rest of your life to, you know, go do stuff. But like, if they're, you know, older, like in their mid-20s, I would be like, hey, you know, like, make sure, you know, like you said, make sure this is the right, like, make sure you feel comfortable. Make sure you guys have had deep talks and like life talks and have goals together. That's the one thing I would like, have goals together and make sure you guys try to accomplish them together, you know?
Together. Oh, we really doing those.
Oh yeah, we all doing all 7 days. They're just too good.
Which one of my friends don't you trust? So that's not fair because you know you only got one.
I have multiples.
I don't know them yet. None of them. I trust them.
You trust them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's just Edith. I only have Edith to choose from. All right.
Yeah, Vicky and Chelsea, you met them. But I also don't hang out with them.
Vicky was older. I mean, I guess I trust her. Chelsea, I have no reason not to trust her. So I don't know. I don't have anyone.
I think I don't know. I don't think she's your friend still, but I would say Kyra. She's very like hot or cold to me. And that's something that I'm like, I don't know if that's like a good thing or not. I mean, yeah, for me, like if you're hot and cold, that's something that I just can't trust. I'm like, no, because I don't know what side I'm going to get out of you. And for me, I'm like, I don't want to have to keep going back and forth. So she's one of them where I just like didn't know.
Yeah, that's it. Am I different than you imagined I would be when we first met?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I have to ask why.
No, it doesn't say why.
But you gave me the look like why. When I first met you, when I first met you, I definitely felt like I was way over my head. Because you've had experience like being in a relationship, sexual experience, and like just being outgoing, that I was just like, yeah, I don't know if I'm the one for him. Like, I don't know. Like, after like our first 3 months of being together, it was like, I definitely don't know if I should be with him. Like, I feel like I'm such a newbie on everything. And I'm like, I don't know if I am capable of being with you. How can you read the question like?
I don't know. I don't think I had any like imagined of what you were like. Like I was getting to know you. I didn't really think like I didn't have like a. I don't know. I didn't have a basis. So I didn't know like what I think you would be like. You know. So yeah, I would say no. Yeah, I would say no. I don't think you were different than what I imagined because I didn't really know what to expect. I wasn't really thinking about like, I wonder how she is. Like I didn't really do that with you. I was just kind of like, let's see what she's like.
And what'd you think?
Nah, I put a ring on it, so I guess it was all right. I guess. I give it the last
one. I knew this was gonna be the last one. Am I the best sex you've ever had? You're the only one, so yes. You
can get better. No, I'm joking. Yes, you are.
Dang. Y'all heard it here.
Bazinga. Yes, you are.
Aww.
That one thing you do with your
baby cake. That's for rated R after dark.
That's on the Patreon, guys.
Yeah.
On the Patreon.
That's for the after dark. We can get more sexual, but right now, no, because I think my mom listens to the podcast. So, no, mommy.
The things me and Margarita do, Miss Alexander.
Mom.
All right.
That's it, guys. We gave you an hour and 5 minutes.
You want to do the music?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You sent me a song. I'll do yours. I don't really have a. Yeah, I do have a song now, actually. So yeah, guys. For the YouTube guys, this is it. We catch you guys later next week because we coming at you every mother week.
Yeah, so make sure you subscribe to the Yahshua the Observer. Make sure you... Sorry, hold on. This is why Joe Biden thumb look like that.
I think you talked about it before. I think it like smashed in the door and like some of it like got cut off or something like that. I have no idea actually.
Joe, you nasty. Babe.
All right.
Anyways, make sure you subscribe to Yahshua the Observer. Do you still have 1,000 subscribers, babe?
Yeah, sure.
Let's check it out.
I'm pretty sure I do. And also keep going.
Oh yeah, subscribe to Yahshua the Observer. Subscribe to So Mixed Up.
Yeah, I do.
Subscribe to Curly Hair Diabetic or
Curly Hair Diabetic.
That's me. That's my personal channel. I only have like a dance video up there, so yeah, check it out.
She's gonna have some more coming.
Yeah.
Since I'm so enthusiastic. Yeah.
I just I don't know. I just gotta figure out how to record without you not being in the house.
I'll be gone for a couple hours before I go to work, and then the days you be off.
Not really, because you go to work.
I leave like 12:45.
You're supposed to be at work at 12:45. So it's like by the time you get out, and then I'm like, it's already 1:00. Then I gotta make my lunch and then get stuff ready. So it's like I don't really have time to do it.
I'll do it before I wake up. You know, I'll be waking up to like 9:00, 10:00. You can record some stuff. Make the time.
I know, but then it's like I might do it on like my off days that you're not here. So
okay.
Anyways, yeah, and then yeah, so if you like anime stuff, definitely subscribe to Yahshua the Observer. If you want like more of us and funny stuff that we do, subscribe to us. It's So Mixed Up. And if you want just diabetes stuff / dance stuff / whatever the hell I want make my channel stuff to be, go follow it. And then follow us on Instagram. Follow our Yams collection on Instagram. That's where we have all of our like clothing, tumblers, t-shirt stuff on there. And if you go to So Mixed Up on Instagram, there's a link tree that gets you through all of our socials and where to find us. So do that. Yeah. All right. Play song. That's it.
I'm like 52 seconds. It just froze for some reason.
Yeah. Anyways, that song was from Scooby-Doo.
Did you just say like you watched Scooby-Doo today?
Yes, I did. I was watching Scooby-Doo, and that song came on one of those episodes, and I was like, ew. I was like really confused because I was on like Instagram, and then I heard it, and I was like, is this really playing this song on Scooby-Doo? And I was
they was playing some jams on What's Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. So it played it, and I was like, oh wow, it really was. And I, had Shazam. Okay.
Are you saying you Shazam?
Yes, baby. We forgot to talk about the Taste of Cincinnati.
I was saying that I was thinking that as I was like, we didn't even talk about the taste at all.
Quick synopsis.
Fast in a hurry. Yes, we went down to the Taste of Cincinnati today. It was my first time going. I thought it was okay. It was a little bit of an experience. I say it's
there for the experience.
It's the experience. It wasn't enough food places, in my opinion. Like, it was a lot of drinks. Like, we have a lot of local breweries, so it was like a lot of beer down there, a lot of like frozen slushies and smoothies and stuff. But it's like the food locations were like sparse. Let's go sparse. That sounds right. So like it was very, it was weird. I was just like, okay, I guess I see what we're doing.
I told him, I think when I went to Taste of Cincinnati like years ago. And I told him like it used to be like blocks of stuff. Like it would start from Fountain Square and then go all the way down to like somewhere all the way down, like somewhere like super like where it's supposed to be had started. That would be the whole thing. They would have like games for the kids. They would have like rides and stuff like that. So I definitely think maybe because of COVID, like they were just limited of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if this was the first year back or not. I mean, obviously no one did anything in 2020. So I don't know if they did if they did it last year or not. So I don't know if this was the first year back. So maybe they're trying to get back into the swing of things. I don't know.
I also just think that I wasn't like super keen on it because they didn't really have food options. Like for my baby, because there was a lot of like pork and beef, and he doesn't eat pork and beef. Yeah, it was
a lot of like pork and beef. It wasn't a lot of like chicken or
even
vegetarian options. Like it was just like a lot of pork
the pricing I say was semi decent.
It was decent for what you get. Like it was decent.
And it was literally like when they say it's Taste of Cincinnati, it's like you're getting a taste of stuff. It's not like you're getting a big ass like
put a little bit in your mouth. Like.
Yeah, like you just taste. So we tried a empanada that was like spinach and cheese. That was just basically cheese.
Cheese.
We got a potato pancake from Izzy's, but we always know it tastes good. Was not worth $5 because
I'm pretty sure. Keep talking. I'm pretty sure in the store they are not $5.
No, but I also think they're bigger from the
in the store as well.
Yeah. We also got it was buzzed ice cream, which had like liquor ice cream. What'd you think about that?
I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. I know you don't like alcohol, but I thought it was pretty good actually.
I took a little thing of it. It was all right. I think also I thought was super crazy was, so we went to get like a frozen lemonade. I thought it would be a bigger cup. You're paying $6.
It was $6 a piece for those?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
I didn't know that.
It was literally if you see it on YouTube, it was literally this size. Like half of this water bottle was the size of the cup. And I was just like,
yeah, for $6. Like,
yeah. And then you tell them like, oh, like, do you have straws? And like, oh, we ran out yesterday. Okay. You're supposed to do for 3 days.
You couldn't have went and got some earlier today?
Although I was like, in my head, I was like, this is a 3-day event. And this is only the second day. So how did you not get straws?
I mean, but to say that, like, you couldn't run out and go get some damn straws today.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. But what anyway? No here nor there. What else did we try, baby?
I think that was it. Then we went to Graders.
Yeah, we got Graders. Because honestly, it was hot.
Yeah, it was hot as ball sacks down there. And then we went to this place that I went to last week. That was pretty freaking good. I took my baby today, and she liked it. I was excited. It's called Che. CHE. It's an Argentinian restaurant downtown. Specializes in empanadas. It was good empanadas, like the one we got on the taste. So yeah, we ate there, and it was pretty good. We liked it a lot, actually. We liked it. The wings delicious.
I like the atmosphere. It was just like very like first date kind of restaurant. Like you would take somebody there on your first date and like
I can see that.
Have like drinks or whatever. I do say they don't have anything that's not alcoholic. I think everything's like alcoholic, but they have water, so you know.
Yeah, I don't even think. Yeah, potato pancake is $2.99. I don't think they had like fountain drinks, did they?
No, I didn't see anything. So I think
it was literally like just alcoholic drinks or some water. Like,
yeah, because I think also they specialize in like their like Argentinian drinks as well.
Yeah, you saw the type of drinks, right? That's like I think they're like Argentinian like inspired. Because I was like, when I went down there, I was like, y'all just got like a margarita or something, like something simple. Like it was always some fancy stuff. I was like, I think I got the fennel mule or whatever it was last time, and it was cool.
Yeah, so I was okay with water because they come back and they give you like this jug of water, like you can pour your own water. I was cool.
Yeah, I think she was strapped, so she was just like, just take the picture.
Like, no, I think everybody gets.
Everyone had a picture on the table. Okay,
it's like because everybody had like I saw everybody had pictures, but I think she was like I think we discovered that there was one guy that was working the outside areas, and then there was one girl that was working the inside. And then there was one person working the bar. Yeah. So like the person that was working the inside was like bringing foods to the bars as well, and then like, just working the whole inside. So yeah, I think it was great. We have some empanadas for tomorrow to eat. Yeah, I think it was great. So if you're in Cincinnati, I think you should go hit it up. It's literally like, I would say you can't miss it, but you could definitely miss it. Yeah,
it looks like it's in an apartment building. Like it's surrounded by a couple apartment buildings. Like it's in a weird, it's like the new spot of like orbiting around. Like it's a weird little area. Yeah. But it's on I want to say Walnut Street. It's like around the corner from like Bakersfield and City Bird and all of that, the Eagle and all of that. So yeah, really good spot. Really good spot. Check it out.
Yes, definitely check it out. It was good.
So yeah, that was our day today. Oh, yesterday. Which is funny. This should have been all like in the first 20 minutes. But yesterday, I went to my sister's gender reveal.
Oh, yeah.
And she is having a girl. Yay. So, yeah, she's having a girl. So, that was exciting. Yeah, that was my weekend. My baby went to the casino with her moms yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yep. She won $1,000. No, she didn't.
No.
We wish, though.
Yes.
So yeah, that was our weekend in a nutshell. I'm off tomorrow. My baby has to work.
Unfortunately.
So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my day off. Probably make a T-shirt because we gotta order in and watch some Stranger Things. New season came out Friday, so I'm probably gonna watch it. Probably won't get it all in. I'm gonna try, but I probably won't because I checked it out. And like every episode is like over an hour, so I doubt it.
How many episodes?
I think it's 7, 6 or 7 for this jump, and then they said they're gonna come out with 2 more episodes in July for like the part 2, but they're not gonna be long. Like, hour and a half for one episode and like 2 hours and 15 minutes for the second episode or something like that.
So that's like a movie.
A movie basically, yeah. And then they're gonna. So this is the 4th season, and then they still got a 5th season to go. And they said that's gonna be their final season, the 5th season. So the next season is gonna be their final season.
Dang, I thought this was the final season.
I thought it was gonna be 2. The way it was kind of shaping up, I thought it was, but then it said 5th season will be the final season. So, but every season's gotten better in my opinion. So I'm excited to watch it. Hopefully, I can get my baby to watch it one day. Check it out. We'll see. No, why not? Why don't you want to watch it?
I don't know. I think everybody like hopped on the hype of it, and for me, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just doesn't sound. I mean, the trailer looked cool, but I was just like, this doesn't excite me. To me, there's nothing that excites. Like when I watch like Attack of Titans, like that shit's like amazing. Like
But you didn't know what Attack of Titans was about until you watched it. You don't even know what Stranger Things is about.
I know, but like I've seen like hype about it. It just doesn't like I've seen like bits and pieces of it, but it doesn't excite me. Like I'm like, oh, now I want to go watch it. I'm like, no. So, yeah, it doesn't excite me. I don't know. I mean, I've seen like stuff like on you know how Instagram always has like clips and stuff like that. So I see it, I'm like, it doesn't make me want to go watch it. Everybody tells me it's like freaking amazing, but like it doesn't make me want to go watch it. I don't know.
Okay.
I know he looks very disappointed, and he wants me to go watch it.
You know, like at least check it out. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But you never even tried to check it out with me. That's all.
I'll try it.
You don't have to. If you don't want to watch it, that's
no,
fine.
Because that's what you always say, and then you'll tell me to do it, and then I end up watching it. So I'll watch it.
You even don't like it.
There's some stuff.
What?
Like supernatural. If it's like a supernatural thing, I'm like,
It's not a supernatural thing.
Okay.
I mean, how do you say supernatural? It's not like ghosts and stuff.
No, I'm like, is it like monsters and stuff like that?
Kinda. I mean, it's not like a bunch of different monsters. It's not like it's an ongoing plot for the whole 4 seasons. It's about one specific thing. It's not like, oh, this episode is ghouls, and this episode is Wendigos, and this episode is demons, and
Wendigos,
or this episode is shapeshifters. Like, it's not like that. Like, it's not a bunch of monsters, and you don't even really see the monsters that much either. Like, I mean, every season you see more and more of the monsters. 'Cause I guess that whatever realm it is becomes more and more dangerous and prevalent. But like the first season, I don't think you see any monsters in the first season. Second season, you see like 1 or 2. Third season, you get a couple more. So it's not even like it's a monster show. It's just a good plot. All right, guys. Here goes my song. Super late now. Let's go.
I'm done, but go ahead.
Okay.